So, our very first story, 4 persons have been arrested for attacking some policemen in the Western region. The police service has subsequently begun a probe into allegations that some of its men may have attempted to extort money from a gang of illegal miners. Videos capturing the incident went viral on social media, sparking calls for the arrest of the gang and the officers in question.
By these persons, this material belongs to the police officer.
Polongamala ye fu Polongan kadum fiscal na adleri yobe Polongan kadum lido fa Polongan kadum
have been seized by these persons. This material belongs to the police officer. The police say that an intelligence operation was immediately launched after the report to get the suspects arrested. And that on the 28th March, after about 3 weeks of the intelligence operation, 4 men, Kojo Sia alias Mose, Emmanuel Mensah alias Kufia Samoa, Maxwell Kujo, and Ajabu Haruna Disao were arrested for their suspected involvement. A search was conducted at the residence of Kwame Asarieni, the prime suspect, who is still on the run, which led to the retrieval of 3 pump-action shotguns, also 1 pump-action shotgun, 2 machetes, 8 BB refill cartridges were also retrieved from the suspect's unregistered Honda CRV vehicle. Other items retrieved from the suspects include 2 live refilled BB cartridges and 1 unregistered motorbike. On the 1st of April, while the investigations were still ongoing to get the remaining suspects arrested, the police's attention was drawn to a video footage in which the said police personnel, members of the Axim patrol team, are shown pleading with members of the gang, while the gang is alleging extortion by the police officers. The police said that this allegation made by the gang of extortion has now been lodged with the Police Professional Standards Bureau for investigation, and that all the suspects that I've mentioned above who were arrested have all been put before court and remanded in police custody.
So that was my colleague, Kwesi, bringing us up to speed with a statement from the police. But of course, there are concerns about why the police would be investigating themselves. We're bringing you up to speed with all the latest developments in that particular respect. Away from that, MPs representing the Afram Plains say that they are disappointed by the actions of President Akufo-Addo in diverting funds meant for the construction of a bridge and some roads in their respective constituencies. The MPs say that the funds are now going to be used to construct a portion of the Accra-Kumasi highways. Member of Parliament for Afram Plains North, Betty Nana Ifua Crosby Mensah, says that they would oppose the move by government.
As you all know, in February 2022, it really excited the good people of Afram Plains North when the Minister for Finance, in collaboration with the Ministry of Roads and Highways, came to Parliament for an approval of a loan facility of 350 million euros for a bridge and a road construction within the Afram Plains and its environs. Unfortunately, today, we are very sad to bring you this news that the government has the intention of relocating this huge amount of money from constructing the road from Adosu to Echiamanfrom to Donkokrom. The money is currently being allocated or relocated to build or to construct the road, that is the Accra-Kumasi road. And this situation is a very sad situation for us, for we, the MPs representing the good people of Afram Plains, and I believe that when this news gets to the people of Afram Plains, they'll be very disheartened and very unfortunate. Because as you all know, when this news actually broke, the people were very excited. Government enlisted why they prioritize Afram Plains, knowing very well that Afram Plains happens to be one of the food basket communities or districts in the country, and that it was an opportunity to open the Afram Plains to the rest of the country. And today, it saddens us to bring to the media, to bring to the good people of Ghana, that the government that is being led by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that this huge sum of money, which is currently an amount of $98 million US, is being allocated or reallocated to build the highway from Accra to Kumasi.
Let's still stay in Parliament, where a Member of Parliament for Yape Kusogu John Jinapo says that the Member of Parliament for Domi Kwabunya Sarah Adjuasafo must be commended following her participation and involvement in the passage of three new revenue bills as part of government's efforts to shore up revenue mobilization in the country.
Mr. Speaker, I was referring to the Venerable Honorable Adjuasafo. Having mentioned her name, Mr. Speaker, you give credit where credit is due. And even as we are proving this tax waiver, I hold a view that when people show their commitment to the health care, particularly of children, they must be commended. And it's on this note, Mr. Speaker, even as I support and second this motion, I still hold the view that you cannot push Honorable Adjuasafo around. You cannot. An independent woman, a woman of substance, a woman of valor, a woman of integrity, a woman who, when she sees is right, when she sees that something is red, will not turn her back and say it is black. I trust this woman. And I know when it matters most, she will demonstrate leadership, she will stand with the people of Ghana and do the right thing.
Away from Parliament, now this young man is only 10 years old and walks on one leg, but despite his situation, he aspires to be a renowned football star, playing in top-flight leagues such as the English Premier League and Liverpool in particular. Freelance journalist Justice Bedu tells us the story of Abdullah.
Tamale's future football stars on their runs, preparing for a big game. This is the Blackpool Football Club. These boys, many of them under 10 years, represent the city's next generation of footballers. Amongst them, one-legged Abdullah, aided on his runs by his crutches.
When I play in the number 3 position. My friend Swati plays number 10. Brahim plays the number 2. Sometimes we interchange the positions and I can play 11.
On a dusty red earth pitch, few meters away from Tamale's biggest sports stadium, 10-year-old Abdul Razak Abdullah kicks a ball around, aiming for the goal. He's different from all the boys out here on the field playing. Abdullah was born with a rare condition that meant his right leg had to be amputated before his first birthday.
When you come to Tamale, you find so many physically challenged people begging for money. I want to be different. I don't want to beg. I want other kids to see me and to be different.
Abdullah, open, Abdullah.
From the crowd watching, he's cheered on by Abdul Razak Salifu, his 47-year-old father.
It was just, we're just having the belief in God, that it was God's will, so we can't do anything. The only thing we should do is to help him. And he liked football so much, for football there. We watch football together. Actually in the house we also like football. And he is the only Liverpool supporter in our house. We support Manchester United and Chelsea others in the house, but he's the only Liverpool supporter in the house.
I love Liverpool because of their style of football. That's why I want to play
Tamale, the biggest town in northern Ghana, has very few spaces for physically challenged children like Abdullah to build on their talents. He's hoping playing in the game here would help him catch the attention that could be the springboard into a Paralympic team on the world stage. Justice Bedu for Joy News in Tamale.
very inspiring story there. Hopefully, we pray that he gets all the support that would springboard him to the realms of his ambitions. Away from that, now water scarcity in the northern region continues to be a huge challenge for most communities. From December to April, most water sources dry up and residents have to travel several kilometers in search of water. In some cases, they are unable to find water for their domestic chores. Data, according to UNICEF, indicates that only 4% of households treat water suitably before drinking. With these statistics, it is even more daunting for communities who cannot find water. Martina Bugri has more in the following report.
What is your description of clean potable water? I guess most people would say colorless treated safe water. But for residents of Kuli and 3 others in the Kumbungu district of the northern region, this description will be seen as wrong. Over the years, they have come to accept clean water as brown contaminated with floating materials.
It's that time of the year most water sources are dried up, and this is their major source of water. Brown as the water may be, to these people it is gold.
Rural women are the most affected when it comes to water scarcity because fetching of water is seen as their responsibility. Even though it's a tiring activity, it's a must-do activity each day. Bawa Amatu and her colleagues say they walk about 4 hours each day to and from the water source.
When you fetch the water, you will have to boil it or sieve it. Even the boiling does not help because it is not healthy. But that's the only source of water we have. So whether we like it or not, that is what we have. The dump is also far. From the house to the dump, you can spend 4 hours. That is if you can walk fast.
Zelia Fuseni, sharing the source of water with dogs and other strange animals, continues to be a worry.
We are pleading for support to have some form of clean water. We continue to use this water with dogs, cows, and many other animals. Did you not see the dog a while ago just run into the water to drink? There is mud everywhere, and children bath in the damp with their dirty clothes. Yet, that is what we use for cooking.
Even though they have a borehole in the community, one can spend the entire day before you can get about 4 liters of water. Asana expresses her concern.
All the boreholes they dug are not flowing except one. You can spend your entire day without water unless in the middle of the night before you can get water. Imagine you have a baby and abandon the baby in search of water. If it's communities they steal babies, someone can steal your baby without you knowing because you are away for several hours.
This is what they call the safest water they can have in this community.
Even though these communities are a few kilometers away from the Dallon treatment plant where pipe water is treated and distributed to most parts of the northern region, they continue to drink contaminated water. It is their hope that someday they would get help to enable them have clean source of water. For Joy News, Martina Bugri reporting.
Let's take a breather at this point. The bulletin continues shortly. It's time to do business. Now, the production of traditional wooden stool as a seja is a booming business in the western region of Ghana, a pioneer in the trade. Nana Alaji Oxman says that the stool, which was mainly a representation of royalty, is now being used by many for several ceremonies, including weddings. But he fears for the sustainability of the production of the stools as the youth in the region are reluctant, he says, to learn their trade. Beverly Broom visited him in Biposo and filed this report.
the whole Western region.
My brother and I are the only traditional stool specialists in the whole of Western region. People even come here to purchase the stools in bulk to go and sell.
This is Nana Alaji Osman, a traditional stool specialist for 3 decades. The Asesejwa is a traditional Ghanaian stool with a symbolic meaning. It is a carved wooden stool common in sub-Saharan West Africa, often considered a representation of royalty as it is mainly used by chiefs and queens. Its reverence, however, has dipped as people without royal lineage but are highly respected in society purchases them for personal use. They are considered to have both spiritual and traditional relevance.
The
sese wood was previously used in making the stool, but because the sese wood is no longer available, we use wawa and nyamibia wood. Sese is a very hard wood, but unable to withstand harsh weather conditions.
Alaji Osman and his brother are the only source of this special stool in the Western region, Beposo.
During my apprenticeship days, we were told the tree is a god and we must perform some rituals to pacify it before cutting it down. But now, I believe God created the tree. If you buy the stool and decide to use it for spiritual purposes, that's your prerogative.
The Asesejwa comes in different sizes, shapes and designs, each of which communicates a message.
We have sankofa. We also have bakuntina and other kinds.
The
stool can be used by all persons.
He has been explaining to me the duration it takes to design a stool.
There were 3 parts. There were base in the baby and nan.
This tool, for example, has got 3 parts. We have the base, the middle, where the design is fixed, and then sits itself.
There were base, middle, and then the top. In between the top and the base, on the design of a barber show, them a funny and support.
After carving the stool, we use sandpaper and apply lacquer to give it a good finishing.
And then the different paint down here. If you was up in there, the issue, if you have a simple design, on why 2 days,
the design will determine the number of days we can finish a stool. A simple design can take 2 days, but complicated ones can take approximately 2 weeks. Prices are also changed based on the type and size of the design you want. The ones here are 1,000 Ghana cedis each. It can be bargained to 800 to 700 cedis.
For someone to be in the business for 30 years, it goes without saying that the returns corresponds with the work delivered.
This business is really going on well as compared to previous years. A lot of people like pastors and newlyweds are buying this year.
If the stool carving business is as lucrative as Alaji says, why are people within the community reluctant to learn the skill?
The youth here have refused to learn carving because they don't consider it to be a good job. Initially, my brother was hesitant to learn the trade, but he came to the market with me one day and saw how I was making money, and he decided to join me.
Learning the skill keeps tradition alive. As the old adage says, it lives on. But how can this be if the youth is reluctant in learning the stool carving business? Beverly Broom, Joy Business.
Now, works to divert portions of the Kumasi-Sunyani Highway are progressing steadily to make room for the development of the Ahafo North concession of Newmont Ghana Gold Limited. The project, which started in 2022, has since seen the clearing of vegetation of the 8.5-kilometer stretch of road from Afrisi Pakrom to Techi Highway in the Ahafo region. This follows the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the mining company and the Ghana Highway Authority to supervise the rerouting project for motorists and commuters heading to the north of the country. There's more in the following report.
The Ahafo North project is expected to produce 3.3 million ounces of gold over its 13-year mine life, with nearly 550 direct job opportunities for locals when in operation. Lands for the Ahafo North project of Newmont Ghana Gold Limited were declared a mining area in September 2017. The project, located 30 kilometers north of the company's existing Ahafo South operations, received an initial investment capital of $850 million in 2021 to commence its establishment. But the concession, spanning through 5 communities in Tano North, has the main Kumasi-Sunyani Highway running through the middle of its precincts. Senior engineer at Newmont Ahafo North project, Ankoma Bosomtwe, says the construction of the alternative route is to ensure public safety.
And this is a section of the existing highway which we are upgrading, also in collaboration with GHA. So we worked on a design with GHA, and they are leading the construction. And this is also equally being done by Alexibom Company Limited. And the intent is we are going to see construction going on the northern side of the highway as well as the southern side of the highway. So we expect increased traffic with vehicles delivering materials to site for the construction.
In wrapping up tonight's bulletin, Chelsea have sacked manager Graham Potter after less than 7 months in charge following Saturday's 2-0 defeat to Aston Villa. Our sports team will be bringing you up to speed with all the relevant bites and details regarding this development. Yes, we're draw the curtains on tonight's edition of the news. For more, log on to www.myjoyonline.com. My name is Kwesi Schandorf. Do have a pleasant week. Bye-bye.